There is a hand behind the rising of the sun, a hand behind the appearing of the moon, and a hand behind the breaking of the day. You did not wake up by accident. This is an old story about the hand you cannot see, but cannot escape. An elder once said, "When a pot is boiling, look for the fire, not the smoke." What you see is controlled by what you cannot see. In a village called the House of Light, an old man named Baba Tund sat facing the east every morning. He simply waited until a boy asked, "Baba, why do you wake before the sun?" The elder replied, "Because gratitude must arrive before the miracle." Think of it this way. When you hear a drum, you know there's a drummer. The world is like that drum, and the hand is the drummer. It tells seeds when to sprout and tells the oceans where to stop. A young man named Kola left the village for the big city. There, people watch clocks instead of the sky. They chase money, not purpose. He forgot about the hand. But when his life fell apart, he remembered. The old man was gone, but he left his walking stick with a message. The sky is not empty. Someone is in charge. Kola came back home and took the old man's place. Listen closely. The same hand that moves the sun is guiding your life. It guides your waiting, and it guides your success. It is never in a hurry, but it is always on time. Your new day is being planned by that hand. If you love this story, like, comment, and subscribe to Bemi Agri TV. Years passed. Kola, now the keeper of mornings, saw a young woman arrive from the city. Her name was Amara, and her mind was always racing. Seeing Kola watch the dawn, she asked, "How can you just sit?" "The world is built by doing, not watching." Kola, remembering his past, replied, "But what guides the doing?" He pointed to a flower. This seed did not struggle. It trusted the sun, and the sun came. The hand has a plan for everything. Amara wrestled with her worries. Kola told her, "You are trying to hear a whisper in a storm." So one morning, she sat with him in silence. She watched the sky wake up. In that quiet, she didn't find the answer she wanted. She found peace, and that was the answer she needed. The final lesson is this: the hand works in silence. When you feel rushed, be still. Your next step is found not in noise, but in peace. The rain stopped. The village grew anxious. They looked to Kola, the keeper, but he just watched the empty sky, his peace unshaken. It was Amara who understood. She saw her old self and the villagers frantic, digging for water. She stood before them and said, "The hand works in silence, but it also works through our hands when they are guided by peace." She reminded them how they built their village, not with panic, but with purpose. So, they stopped their frantic, separate efforts. Together, they began to work as one, digging a new, deeper well, with rhythmic chants instead of worried cries. Their work was a prayer, and as they toiled in unity, the clouds gathered. The hand that asks us to be still also asks us to act in faith. It guides the rain, but it also guides the hands that dig the well, preparing for its arrival. The rains came, and the well overflowed. But prosperity brought new eyes. Men from the city arrived, not with anxiety, but with greed. They saw fertile land and wanted to own it, offering deals that shone like gold but were heavy as chains. The villagers were tempted. They looked to Amara, who felt her old panic returning. She went to Kola, now frail with age. "The hand that guides the river also carves the stone," he whispered. "It doesn't just give, it protects. The strongest walls are not stone, but a people united in what they value." Amara understood. She didn't fight with anger. She reminded her people not of the wealth they could gain, but of the peace they already had. They chose their way of life over empty promises. The final lesson: the hand not only gives the harvest, it gives the wisdom to protect it. True wealth is not what you can own, but what you cannot lose. The passed on.